Tell me if this sounds familiar. You pack your bag, you go to your favorite coffee shop, you buy that expensive drink, you put on your headphones, you open your book, and you sit there for exactly 4 hours. You highlight some words, you reread the same section 3 times because you zoned out, you check your phone for just a second, and when you finally get ready to go home, you feel exhausted. You think you worked hard. But 2 days later, when you sit down for the exam, you look at the first question and your mind goes completely blank. You panic. You think, but I studied for 4 hours. I was there. I did my duty. Here is the hard truth. You didn't do your duty. You were just present there, but you weren't productive. You got caught in the passive action trap. The problem isn't your intelligence. It isn't your focus either. The problem is the word studying itself. This is the most dangerous word in a student's vocabulary. And today, I want you to forget this word. If you want to reduce your study time and actually remember what you learn, you must stop studying. Instead, you must start doing this. Look at your to-do list now. Does it say something like study biology or look at history? That is why you are procrastinating. Your brain hates vague directives. When you tell your brain to study history, your brain asks a question. Okay, but for how long? Until I understand everything? Until I memorize the whole book? There is no finish line. The task feels infinite, and because it feels infinite, it feels scary. That is why you go and scroll TikTok. Think of a chef. A chef doesn't write cook food on their list. They list the things to do. Chop onions, sear the meat, plate the dish. Every task has a definite beginning and a definite end. You must treat your brain like a chef. What you need is a definition of done. Stop writing study. Start writing missions. A mission has a clear end. Instead of study math, write this. Solve 5 practice questions from page 102. Instead of study essay, write the introductory paragraph. When you sit at the desk, you shouldn't think about what to do. You should be executing a specific task. The first step is changing your list. The second step is changing the way you use your brain. We need to talk about highlighting and rereading notes and watching lecture recordings at 2x speed. These feel good. They feel like you're working. But biologically, this is called passive input. When you reread your notes, you remember the words. Your brain says, oh yeah, I know this. This is a lie. You don't know it, you just recognize it. This is the illusion of competence. It's just like watching a video of someone lifting weights. You can watch for 10 hours. You understand the technique, but you don't get stronger. To get stronger, you have to lift that heavy thing. To learn, you have to do active output. This is the scary part. This is the hard part. You have to close the book. You have to close the notes, and you have to struggle to recall the information from your own brain. This is called active recall. If you're learning history, don't reread the chapter. Close the book and ask yourself, what were the 3 main causes of the war? And then struggle. You know that struggle, that moment you frown and struggle to remember. That is the only moment learning happens. That is the moment the muscle grows. If it comes easy, it means you aren't learning. You are only repeating. So the rule is dedicate 30% of your time to consuming information and 70% to testing yourself. But I know what you're thinking. This sounds hard. I don't have the motivation to do the hard thing. This brings us to our final hack. The hardest part is starting. The resistance created by starting a study session feels like a physical wall. For this reason, we will gamify it. We will use the 5-minute save point. Tell yourself you won't study. You will just play the tutorial level. Your only goal is to study for 5 minutes. Open the book, solve 1 problem, write 1 sentence. If you want to quit after 5 minutes, you can, no guilt. But here is the psychological trick. You won't quit. Your brain has a mechanism called the Zeigarnik effect. When you start something, your brain feels an impulse to finish it. Resistance exists only at the beginning. Once you move, it is easy to continue. Don't look at the mountain, just look at the first step. Make the first step so stupidly easy that you can't say no. Open the laptop. That's it. That is the mission. Let's remove the word studying from your dictionary today. Here is your new protocol for your next session. Step 1. Throw that vague to-do list in the trash. Write 3 specific missions with a clear ending. Solve 5 equations. Draft 200 words. Step 2. Stop rereading. Start recalling. Put the book away. Test yourself. If your brain doesn't hurt a little bit, you aren't doing it right. Step 3. Just play the tutorial. Commit to 5 minutes. Trick your brain into starting. You don't need 8 hours in the library to get high grades. You need 2 hours of deep, active, focused work. Stop being busy. Start being effective. I want you to try this right now. Go to the comments and tell me the one specific mission you will complete today. Don't write, "I will study physics." Write exactly what you will do. I will be down there reading them. Good luck and get to work.